So y'all, I'm mad as hell. Like I sat here and talked to myself for a whole 11 minutes because I'm sitting here thinking that the thing was recording. Girl, it ain't even recording. So I got to do this all over again. So if I look drained and over it, girl, that's why. So for Love and Hip Hop from last night, the episode was pretty decent. It was pretty decent. It was a lot better than the rest of the episodes have been, and I'm so glad of that. But what I'm not glad about is all of these fake, phony ass scenes, especially the ones that are dealing with Fresher with a PH, Jen, and Jada. Like, can we please just throw the whole Jen, Jada, Fresher with a PH storyline away? Can we throw it away? Like, I would much rather deal with Jeannie Ski and let Jeannie Ski just be the new blood up here than have to deal with these three hood boogers getting up here with the... I'm going to get to that in a minute. So Tahiri and Erica meet up. I really like that scene a lot. Like I said, I love to see Tahiri and Erica together. It always be a key. And basically the whole conversation and the whole segment was about Jonathan being a plus ones, but Erica let us know that nobody had a plus one. So Yandy, you's a damn fool. Because I see what Jonathan is doing now, and I don't like it. You sitting around here and you using, oh, this is my best friend, this is my sister, this is that. But girl, you only do using them for a storyline and camera time because Lord knows, Jonathan, you ain't got nothing going on. Nothing. Now I see why you ain't got no damn man. It all makes sense why you don't have a man. Because if you had a man, you wouldn't be up here doing half of this nonsense that you up here doing. Anyway, I'm going to get to Jonathan later on. So, Erica is having a birthday party. Y'all know she normally throws her own birthday parties. But Safari is going to throw this birthday party for her. And she lets Tahiri know that, of course, she's invited. But she's also inviting Sin and Jonathan as well, basically so that they could just like try to clear the air and let bygones be bygones. Sin, I can understand Sin being invited, but I'm not understand why you have to invite Jonathan. My personal opinion is the producers that's making you invite him because it's like I said before, Jonathan has nothing going on, which is why he's so heavily invested in everybody else's relationship, everybody else's problems, everybody else's household. It's obvious. It's overly obvious. And I wish he would just get a damn life and go some damn where. Well, all of this nonsense that he doing, making the LGBTQ look so bad on a national syndicated damn reality show. Like, oh God, I can't with Jonathan. And I used to like him. I don't like Jonathan no more. I don't. Everything K. Michelle had to say about him, she was absolutely right about. Moving on from that. Joe Budden and Jim Jones had a little scene together. Joe Buttons met him down to some cooking class with the chef. And basically, it wasn't much to that scene. Basically, both of them was trying to learn how to cook because now one of them could cook to let me tell it. And Joe Buttons wants Jim Jones, too many J's. Joe Buttons wants Jim Jones to come down to his podcast. And he also lets him know that he would love to see and hear him getting back into the studio. He already did a song. Jim Jones, he already did a song. My best friend put me on it when I went back home for Christmas. And it was actually a bop. It really was. It was a bop. I actually lived for what I heard. It was a really good song, really good beat. Definitely check it out. If you have not checked it out yet, if you haven't heard it, definitely go and check him out. And I'm with him. I like Jim Jones, the artist. I do. He does have a lot of songs that I bop with, that I rock with, that I bang with. And it would be nice to see him get back to the studio because 2 incomes are better than just one, okay? Listen, keep your weed. Keep your weed dispensary because Lord knows I will cop from you way quicker than I will cop from Vashandia, old mid-peddling ass. But, yeah, definitely get back into the studio. Yeah, girl, I just spat right there. Oh, well, I'm in my own damn house, okay? Don't try to read me. My mouth moist right now, okay? I'm thirsty, all right? Moving on from that. So we get down to Sin Santana um, girl in her lingerie for the gay messy boy that's coming up there to talk to her. And like, this is my problem that I have with Jonathan. He's too heavily invested and too heavily involved in what's going on with Sin and Joe Buttons, and I'm just not understanding why. Actually, I do understand why. Now that I'm sitting here talking about it, it all makes sense. Since Santana doesn't have a storyline, she don't have nothing going on because Lord knows, do not be fooled. This girl ain't putting out no music no time soon. I'm glad that she gave that up and left that dream behind. And Lord knows Jonathan ain't got no man, ain't got no business. He need to go and find a man and go find him some business. Like, Jonathan, I just want you to busy yourself. If you busy yourself, then maybe I could stomach you. But you constantly getting up here trying to connect dots that aren't even there. Now you're trying to get Sin all riled up, and I don't know why, because you already know Tahiri will stump a mud hole in your friend ass, and if that was to have happened, that would have been your fault, because you should have just kept your damn mouth shut. Like, I'm just... If she's like a little sister to me, and this is my friend, and you know, if I see something, I'm going to let my friend know. Jonathan, you didn't see shit. You didn't see nothing. You saw what you wanted to see, and you took it and you ran with it. And you already know Sin is so damn ditzy and clueless. The whole nincompoop that you trying to call, well, you didn't call nobody that. That was Jackie that called Febreze a nincompoop. Shout out to Jackie Christie. But I mean, it's just like all the names that you was sitting there right here trying to call Tahiri, you need to give it to your homegirl, your best friend, your little sister. And as far as I'm concerned, both of y'all deserve each other because I don't like that one of y'all. This whole Jen, oh my God. Jen and Fresher with a PH. Can we just throw them away? Like, I honestly don't want to talk about them because there's nothing to talk about. It's the same formula that it has been since day one. She gets mad. She puts him out. He wants to come back, claiming he's staying at his grandma's house. Wants to come back to talk. She still want to argue, want to act like she gonna fight him. For whatever reason, she has his nuts in his hand. Because Lord knows he don't seem to have a pair, when it come to her. You know, and then after all of that yelling and screaming, she turns around and says the proverbial, if you want to make this work, then figure out a way to make it work. Like, Jen... This goes out, this is a public service announcement to all of you low self-esteem, low budget, low brow, projectic hood boogers that is like her. Please listen to me, okay? Listen to me. Because at the end of the day, even though I'm gay, I'm still a man when I want to be. So listen to me. And listen to me good, daughter. The reason why these men play you all like a fiddle is because, one, you allow them to. Two, they know once you're done yelling and screaming, you're going to take them back. Why? Because you're not doing anything. See, Jen, if you really had your own and you was making it work on your own, you wouldn't be putting up with this bullcrap refresher. You wouldn't be putting up with it. You so into the whole new money, the new lifestyle, the clothes and the heels and the jewelry and being on Love and Hip Hop and this, that, and this. You're just willing to put up with any and everything that he does, and he already knows that. He already knows no matter how much you yell and scream and try to act like you mad, want to put him out, it's only a matter of time before you're going to call him back to be right back in your damn bed because you need him. Why? Because you're not doing anything. Now, one time, Jen, did I hear you get on this platform and say, well, I work, I do this, I do that. I'm starting a fashion line. I'm starting this. I'm a model. I'm this, I'm that. I make my own, blah, blah, blah. I never heard it not once. The only thing you've done since you've been up here was be a damn nuisance with the same back-to-back storyline that's been played out on Love and Hip Hop since season 1. You fall right into that, Jen, and I'm sorry, we're just over it. We over it. We don't like you enough to care. We don't. Because as far as I'm concerned, you're getting exactly what the hell you deserve. You are. Because you're in this shit for all of the wrong reasons. And what makes it completely worse is that you have kids. And what are you showing your kids? What are you showing them? Because you sure not showing them what a real independent, strong black woman would do. Or Latino woman. Whatever it is you want to identify with. Because I know how y'all are. First you black, then you Latina, then you Afro-Latina, then you Mexican. And I know how y'all do. Do better. Then we have to deal with Fresher with a PH. Again, going down to the barbershop with Safari. And yes, Safari. You heard it here first. Hashtag it. It came here first. Safari. And Papoose. I really don't even want to talk about that situation because it was just Fresher filling their heads and their asses with a whole bunch of smoke. Which is what a lot of men do. Men would sit around here and make you seem like you are the craziest and the worst person in the world to other people, but the whole time they're the ones with the problem and the issues. Tahiri, we got to keep Tahiri in our prayers, y'all. She had an unclear mammogram and it's scaring her half to death. Y'all, as African American women, y'all definitely have to do better with these mammograms. Y'all need to start getting them shits early, okay? Because cancer is arising in these young ladies early, okay? Whenever it's time for you to get your mammograms, I don't care how tightly the machine squeeze your titty, girl. What's a little bit of pain compared to saving your life? Y'all have to do better. If y'all women out there have not had mammograms in 6 months, I believe it is, y'all need to go on ahead and do what y'all need to do. Get in there. Find out. So that if they detect something early, they can treat it early. Please. Men too. Public service announcement. Don't say I ain't never did nothing for you. Girl, what else happened this? I told y'all I ain't take no notes. Fresher with a PH again goes down to the studio to go and talk to this homegirl Jada. Jada, well, because he already admitted to stealing your damn money. Now, I don't believe it was $70,000. I don't believe that. I don't bit more believe that, Jada, because, girl, where would you get $70,000 from? Because, girl, you ain't nobody artist. You ain't never going to be nobody's artist. We never going to hear none of your music. We never going to see you on the TV. We never going to see you on Vivo. And my whole thing is, Jada, if you was really this serious and concerned and really want to do something with your music, then why would you turn business into pleasure? So it went from you owe me $70,000 to, oh, all we did was have sex. You told me that you love me. You told me this. You told me that. And it's like, yeah, girl, that's what dudes like Fresher do. Yes, of course. Yes, he did tell you that. And of course, you fell for it because you young, dumb, full of cum, and you willing to do any and everything that you can do to try to get somewhere fast. Listen, Fresher has not been in the game long enough. He's not tried and true in the game long enough to help you get anywhere, sis. He had one damn hit. Where can he possibly take you? For you to be foolish enough to give this man any of your damn money. Anyway, girl, Fresher says they agreed to 40. In my opinion, I honestly believe 40 is probably $400 or at least $4,000. And child, I'm gonna tell you where your money went. You was absolutely right. Your money went to that girl ass and that girl titties and his clothes and his chains and his fashions. That's what he did with your little bit of money. But I highly doubt it was $70,000. That I don't see that. I don't see that because I don't know where you would get $70,000 from. I could be wrong, and if I'm wrong, Jada, get me together at tlsmithteatalk@gmail.com. Moving on from them because I'm tired of dealing with Jada and Jada. Jen, Fresher. I'm tired of all of that. Jim Jones and Chrissy. Chrissy, I told you before, I really like you a lot, but sis, you and Jim, y'all are boring. Straight up, no chaser, not trying to be funny, but y'all are boring. You're boring. You're boring. That scene was boring. Us seeing him trying to cook that nasty ass shrimp dumplings was boring, and y'all conversation was boring. And let me tell you something, Chrissy, because I love you to death, so I'm going to be honest with you. You're not ready to get married to this man because you feel like there's no need for that now, and you feel like that's going to slow y'all down or whatever it was that you said. You don't want to marry him no more because he's not financially where he once was. Just be honest, sis. Be honest. He not where he financially once was. Your house got foreclosed on. And girl, you was gone. You was living in a whole nother state. So was he. You probably had a whole nother situation going on down there. So let me tell it, it's probably still going on. I'm starting to believe that you and Jim probably just masturbate together. And you really get your Diaga from the dude that you really want to be with. And you just doing this because Jim Jones need the money. That's really why I think that you don't want to marry him right now. Because it's so funny at how all of these years, for 8 years, you've been begging this man to marry you. Now he's ready to get married, and now this is something that you don't see. I mean, listen, Chrissy, I could be wrong, and if I'm wrong, get me together at tlsmithteatalk@gmail.com. But I mean, I'm using my eyes for what they for, and that's to see. And girl, I see you. I see you. I still like you. I'm going to still take up for you. I just want you to tell the truth. I'm not marrying you because you ain't got no money like that. And girl, these days, people are marrying for stability. And you can learn to love a dude later. Catch. So we get down to Erica Mena's party. And I totally understood why Erica Mena started crying when she walked in and all she saw was Safari. Like, this is what I mean by Safari and his corniness. Like, really, dude? Really? So you really thought in your head that you having a bunch of pictures of you and these husky ass furrowers was going to sit well with this woman on her birthday? Really? Houseway, please explain it. Like, Safari, you don't need to do too much for the cameras. You already doing too much with them husky ass furrowers on. You don't need to do too much for the camera. Stop putting on for the camera. Stop making Erica Mena cry because she just look weird when she cries. She already, I mean, like, she a very beautiful girl, but child, as soon as she starts crying, I don't want to see that. Do better. But I'm really glad that you made her smile with trying to sing. Lord knows, don't ever do that again. And you gave her a puppy. But Safari, how the hell you gonna name a puppy that you done gave to your wife? And that is an ugly ass name. And I really hope Erica change it. But happy birthday, bitch. You look good, honey. And Safari, you look good too. You did. Y'all know. I make fun of Safari, but y'all, girl, y'all already know me. Don't make me say it. So then we get down to the whole Tahiri, Jonathan, and Sin situation. Personally, I feel like Tahiri has a lot on her plate right now. So that's the reason why that whole debacle between her and Jonathan went the way that it did. She already has a lot going on. But I had to agree with everything that she said. It's like, damn, dude. You sit up here, you talk junk about me behind my back. You sit up here, you call me all of these different type of names for the sake of your newfound friend. But now that we all face to face, we can finally squash this whole dumbass situation. Now you sit here trying to act like you don't know what I'm talking about. That is that messy, petty, catty, queenish bullcrap that I absolutely hate. I hate that. Don't be so comfortable to talk trash about me to everybody else, dealing about somebody else's and their relationship. But now when all parties are involved, you want to sit up here and try to look at me like a confused dog. Like you don't know what I'm talking about. Then she called you stupid, and you gonna have the nerve to sit up and say, you know what? I'm gonna eat that because I don't want to hurt your feelings. Hurt her feelings? How, Jonathan? How could you possibly hurt her feelings? We could hurt your feelings, though, with that ugly-ass plaid suit that you was wearing. Like, Jonathan, let me tell you something, because you make a lot of mistakes that these queens make. Just because something is expensive or look expensive does not mean that it looks good on you. I hated that suit on you. I did. I hated it. I hate the Ricky Ricardo hairdo that you keep trying to have on. I hate that pasty-ass makeup, that Michael Jackson-inspired makeup that you had on your face. I hate them damn drawn-on eyebrows. I hate, like... And then Sin so damn ditzy because I'm with Tahiri. She was trying to have a woman-to-woman conversation with her. But then you want to get jazzy with her talking about something. Oh, well, I was talking to Jonathan and Yandy anyway. You can leave. Sin, let me tell you something. Because when she locked jaw on your ass, it's going to take Jesus Christ himself to pull her up off of you, Sin. You're not about that life, sweetie. You're not about that life. You never have been. You never will be. Because if you was, you would have tied out on Erica's ass when she smacked you in your damn face that season. Stop getting up here trying to act like you're just that girl. Because you're not that damn girl. You not. You not, sis. Stop it. Y'all, that's all I got. I ain't got no more to give you. I done got a headache talking about Love and Hip Hop, even though it was good. But it gave me a headache talking about these damn people. Y'all jump down in the comments. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about the episode. It was a good episode. It really was. But y'all jump down in the comment. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about the episode. Let me know whose side y'all on. Let me know who y'all agree with, disagree with. And let me know how y'all feel about finally seeing Miss Stuck in December in that rented ass Rolls Royce pulling up on Rich. Finally, we get to see Olivia, and we finally get to see exactly what caused her and Richie Dollars to fall out. Can't wait to see for that episode. But I'm holler at y'all later. Bye.
I just woke up and I rolled up. I just woke up and I rolled up. And I got my plane ticket. That push that be my starter kit. I just woke up and I rolled